hurdle. One is Foreman, Thierry Dumen in the McManus colours. Into Sky Falcon is Liam Cooper, Munker Hoston, Carl Llewellyn, Quasar is Tony Dobbin, Rhinestone, Cowboy, JP Magnier, the amateur. The number 6 is Rooster Booster, out to avenge his defeat at Cheltenham. Richard Johnson. Sleep Val is Mick Fitzgerald. Sporozine, Joe Tizard, replacing injured Ruby Walsh. Starzan is Timmy Murphy. The French Furs, Graham Lee. And West Ender is Tony McCoy. They are the 11 runners, and the runners are coming down the walkway. They'll very soon be out on the course. And let's have a look at the betting. A full show from Angus.
Well, it's a tremendous betting heat, this one. The race before the National. Rooster Booster and Rhinestone Cowboy are 5-2 joint favourites. Monica Hoston is 11-2, and Foreman 8 into Sky Falcon. Popular here, 8-1 from 9s. Sporozine, that's been the each way horse in the race, 20 into 16s. West Ender is 25s, with Quasar 33s. Starzan 50 and 100-1 bar.
In this Martell Cognac Aintree hurdle. And Starzan, the first one to go on here from West Ender, and Rhinestone Cowboy up on the outside of the early stages. As they come towards the first flight here, they're jumping 11. In the centre is Foreman, who jumped it okay. Sporozine is just behind them, but it's West Ender in the early stages, vying for the lead with Starzan, and you can see Rooster Booster, the grey, right out the back there, about 10 or 12 lengths off the pace. But it's Starzan, joined by West Ender again as they go over the next. 2 lengths to Foreman, a half length then to Rhinestone Cowboy, who's up on the outside as they start to group up now and turning sharply left-handed. Further back in the field is Sleep Bell, followed by Quasar and Sporozine, and next on the inside is Munker Hoston. Into Sky Falcon, as expected, held up towards the rear with the French Furs, and also held up is Rooster Booster, absolute last, and about 12 lengths off the pace. Heading now across the top of the track, a long run before they reach the third, and Starzan is the leader by 3 lengths to Foreman. A half length on the outside is West Ender. They're a couple of lengths in advance now of Rhinestone Cowboy, who's very handy for JP Magnier. Then on the outside next follows the grey Sporozine. Tucked in behind them is Quasar. Right there in the centre, Sleep Bell with the red cap. 2 lengths to Munker Hoston. They're followed next in the field by Into Sky Falcon as they go over the third. The French Furs as well back, and Rooster Booster taking a fierce hold there in last position. He definitely wants to go a bit faster and would appreciate a bit more pace up front, I'm sure, and he just wrapped the top of that. And he's about 12 lengths off the pace. Heading up the home straight the first time, and Starzan the leader by 2 lengths to Foreman, for Thierry Dumen in second in the McManus colours. In third then is West Ender as they clear that well. Rhinestone Cowboy in the dark blue on the near side. Quasar with the cheek pieces right over on the far side, followed then by a Sleep Bell. Then the grey Sporozine on the outer from Munker Hoston, a length and a half further back than the French Furs. They're followed next in the field by Into Sky Falcon, and still Rooster Booster is whipping them in about 12 lengths off the pace. Starzan, though, just wanting to hang out of that turn, is the leader as they head to the back now. It's Starzan by 2 lengths to Foreman in second, 4 lengths away West Ender in third. A couple of lengths further back in the field, Quasar, followed by Rhinestone Cowboy and Sleep Bell. A length away then is Sporozine from Munker Hoston. A length and a half further back in the field then the French Furs from Into Sky Falcon, and still he's waiting on Rooster Booster, absolute last as they go over the sixth. The leader's jumping well, Starzan, but now tackled by Foreman on the outer, who's anxious to take it up for Dumen, and goes a half length clear. They're 2 or 3 lengths in advance of West Ender, and Rhinestone Cowboy is handy. In behind them, Quasar the inside as they come towards the 7th. Further back, Sporozine out deep on the track, followed by Munker Hoston, Sleep Bell. Well back is Into Sky Falcon, followed by this stage the French Furs and the grey Rooster Booster. As they come to 4 out, is spotting the leader about 8 lengths, and that leader is Foreman on the outer from Starzan, and then West Ender. They're 2 or 3 lengths to Rhinestone Rhinestone Cowboy up on the outside of Quasar and Sporazine on the outer. Further back is Hostin as they start to group right up from Sleep Bell and then into Sky Falcon. Rooster Boosters at the rear of that pack there, second last from the French Furs as they race across the top of the track. Only about 6 or 7 lengths covers the field, and it's Starzan on the inside of Foreman and West Ender. They're a length and a half to Quasar, followed on the outside by Rhinestone Cowboy. Further back is into Sky Falcon as they swing the corner. Rooster Booster, he's on the outside of the pack. He's within striking distance as they straighten up. He's got about 5 lengths to make up as they turn into the straight now, and they've got 3 left to jump. Starzan, Foreman, West Ender and into Sky Falcon coming there quickly. Rhinestone Cowboy still there in the centre. Rooster Booster, the grey on the near side, yet to be produced. They've kicked away from Quasar. 2 left to jump now. Near side, it's into Sky Falcon, who lands over in the lead from West Ender. Rhinestone Cowboy veered over towards the inside. Here's Rooster Booster, who's been waited and waited and waited with. It's into Sky Falcon, the near side, grabbed now by Rooster. Rooster hits the front as they touch down over the last. He's got a half length in front into Sky Falcon, trying to wear him down, followed by West Ender, and Rhinestone Cowboy is coming home well. It's Rooster Booster, grabbed by Rhinestone Cowboy. Rhinestone Cowboy is going to get up and win it for the amateur JP Magnier. He gets up to beat Rooster Booster. Third is West Ender. Fourth in then on the outside is into Sky Falcon, followed by Starzan and Hostin, and further back is Foreman, Sleep Bell, then Quasar, Sporazine and the French Furs.
Well, reaching arguably so far to get that Rhinestone Cowboy, one of the 5-2 joint favourites, home ahead of Rooster Booster, won by 3/4 of a length, the other 5-2 joint favourite, with West Ender third at 25-1. A great race.